Namaste, Satnam. Hello and welcome to IamWoke. I am your host, Emelina. Today we're going to go through a collective Akashic Records reading on the full moon in Libra.
Akasha is Sanskrit for ether, the substance from which all things are formed. The Akashic Records are a sacred, multidimensional library of light where there is a record or database of every thought, action, and intention for all souls. There is a record of all past, current, and future events in all timelines and all dimensional space realities.
And so we do acknowledge the forces of light. We are asking for guidance, direction, and courage to know the truth. And so it is revealed for the highest good and the highest good of everyone connected to us. O Holy Spirit of God, please protect me from all forms of self-centeredness and direct my attention to the work at hand. Help me to know humanity in the light of the Akashic Records, to see humanity through the eyes of the Lords of the Records, and enable me to share the wisdom and compassion that the Masters, Teachers, and Lemons of humanity have for humanity. The records are now open. Welcome, dear ones. It is with immense gratitude that we greet you in this time and space. As we know, many of you are looking for guidance on how to move forward through this full moon in Libra at this time. We will give you concrete advice that will raise the lows of your frequency and simultaneously raise the highs of your frequency to set a new minimum and maximum of how you expect events to transpire for yourselves and your surroundings, and how you work with your manifestations in a new, more uplifted way. There are two councils of light present right now through this transmission, a Pleiadian collective as well as Arcturian. And we have come to blend our energies together to give you the best of all the worlds, because that is how Libra functions. The best traits of Libra are to expose how relationships can be of the most harmonious nature, where each is greater as a whole than they are of the parts individually. We would like you to think of the relationships surrounding you and within yourself, and not just relationships with other humans and animals, but also the relationships that you have with your internal dialogue. Some of these relationships may be with money. Some relationships, or some of you rather, will be handling your relationships with love and intimacy. Some of you will be handling your relationships with addiction. Some with handling the effects of abuse and trauma. All of these parts are coming up to be blended into a harmonious whole, where there is not an active rejection of any one part of the relationship, but the relationships are used in a way that brings out the best capabilities and best energies of all of the energies that are present and blended within that relationship. This is a time, of course, that you will need to let go. Of course, in a full moon, we let go of things. We release things that no longer work with us. You will be releasing the dynamics that have not been working for you in the past. In the era of what is Libran, some of that will be codependent in nature, for that is Libra traits in their shadows are inherently more codependent. So we would encourage you to take a magnifying glass lens and look through all of the relationships that you have in your life, and look through the lens of what may be a little too codependent. Where are you over relying on others, where you should be relying on yourself and your ability to work with those in your environment harmoniously? Where are you giving up too much of your power and not claiming enough of who you are? Not so much so that you are wildly independent, for that is the opposite of Libra, but so much of your power should be occupied by you so that you know how to use your energy in conjunction with those around you. Much like in this transmission, there are high notes that are of the Pleiadian nature, and there are higher notes that are of the Arcturians that traditionally like to have a very steady energy, but are feeling the dynamic notes of the Pleiadians even during this transmission, wanting to express themselves. We have come together and blended our energies to bring forward the lesson of co-creative harmony. This full moon is about releasing the relationships that are no longer in functioning harmony with you. Some of those relationships truly are relationships with yourself. Where do you look down on yourself? Where do you not see yourself in the light of your highest potential? These are areas that you're going to want to take a deeper look into, my dear ones. For we know that when we say relationships, many of you think of all of your external relationships and love affairs, which is all wonderful, and that which is not working will be released from there as well. But all of the external relationships are truly just a representation and mirror of how you speak to yourself, how the parts of yourself are in dialogue with each other. It is your internal expression that is mirrored in the external reality of all the relationships that you see, and those that you note that are not harmonious, and then those that you see that you would prefer. They all start within the self, dear ones. So we do encourage you to use the balance of the inner self and the external world at the same time during this full moon. So we encourage you to look within your external experience to find the triggers from the people that are close to you and triggering you. Find the aspects of the relationships that are not working, that make you upset, that make you feel vulnerable and attacked. Those are going to be tremendous areas for improvement within your own internal expectations of how you expect this reality to unfold for you. We are not saying to keep them all in your life. You will know internally which relationships need to go, and it is your job to let them go. It is also part of this new experience for you to draw in the new relationships that you would prefer, the new expectations of how you would prefer that people treat you moving forward. To project the inner respect that you should all feel for yourselves out into the external world where your respect is clearly held from an energetic and physical place. Respect is a good Libran word. This full moon is about respect, self-respect. How much can you increase your ability to respect yourself? How can you allow yourself to be more of who you are? How can you soften into the energies that are blending with those around you? Not in a way where you are dissolved, dear ones, but in a way where you are supported and uplifted, where all of the success that is achieved is done through cooperation. Everyone you come to meet will be an active component in your plans and desires being fully realized. That is the energy of this full moon. There is also an internal component that you must take a deep look in, as we've mentioned earlier. It is up to you, for only you know what is going on in your mind and your emotional experience. You must dig into the depths of your heart, dear ones, and find the aspects of yourself that long to be seen and loved, and the aspects of yourself that you have cast into the shadows, the parts of yourself that you have a tendency to ignore. And it is up to you to see all of those parts as relationships within the self, conflict in the self, conflict in how you make your decisions. If you feel inner conflict, that inner conflict will always produce external conflict in your reality. The degree to which your external reality is showing you conflict, for example, the amount or the degree of the conflict, if you are having intense conflicts in your immediate relationships, that means you have intense conflict in your inner reality of what you expect. It means you are not in harmonious alignment inside of yourself emotionally and what you expect to occur. It means there is work, dear ones, for you to work on your beliefs, for you to work on your worthiness, what you feel worthy of receiving, and in every interaction, whether you anticipate harmony or conflict. And that which you anticipate is that which will roll out into your reality. The anticipation is so much of the game we wish you would realize. The anticipation of what will happen projects with such intensity momentum into your ability to manifest that it will manifest for you. The Anticipation is what speaks to your environment and helps the manifestation of your reality. So if you anticipate pain, if you anticipate fear, it is as if you are reaching into the depths of your environment to find the pain and fear within every situation to be reflected back to you. But dear ones, we would love for you to see also that if you anticipate love, if you anticipate excitement, if you anticipate that things can be far better than your logical mind can possibly imagine, that is the same way it is as if your energy is reaching out into the ether, reaching out into your environment to choose and select like daisies on your path that you are picking for your enjoyment, that those energies will come back to you, those physical realities will come back exactly to show you what you have been anticipating in the joy and the harmony to which you have been manifesting. It is up to you, dear ones, during this full moon to choose which reality you would prefer. We anticipate that many of you will be choosing a co-creative, harmonious reality. For the transition of the energy at this time is of harmony. It is very easy to feel the conflict being dissolved within and without yourselves. This is a time of celebration, of reflection, deep internal reflection, for you to find where you can feel more respect for yourself, feel more worthy of the best of what you have been requesting of the universe, and to show up in every moment anticipating this reality of positive, uplifted, higher frequency energies to be reflected back to you. It is our joy to say this message, for at this time you have been upgraded. Many of your energies, the bottoms of what you have experienced before, will never come back around, for you are on a new turn on the upward spiral towards a new set of positive expectations, energies, outcomes, and realities. And in this new upward frequency, you will experience so much more harmony in a way that you've never experienced before. There is less chaos right now at this time than you've been experiencing, especially in the last year. The harmony is radiating everywhere. We know you can feel it now. Take this message as a confirmation that everything will work out in divine perfect order, that everything you are asking for is coming to you rapidly, in a harmonious way, working with the perfection of everything that is, and the collaboration of the synchronicities and every part every other person has to play in the unfolding of your perfect desires. With this, we feel we have communicated everything that those of you that are watching have anticipated from us. We will leave you with a single message of trust. Trust your desires and believe in your ability to show up in the highest, most harmonious way possible in every interaction you have with others. Allow others to leave your presence better than you found them. Allow every interaction you have to be an uplifting one where both parties are respected equally, and you are holding the highest frequencies of every relationship. We find that you will enjoy this experience and you will enjoy the effects of this beautiful full moon. With this, our message is complete. Hello, hello. I truly hope you enjoyed that message. What a beautiful full moon. If you love this video, as always, please remember to like it below. I would love to hear what you thought and what resonated with you in the comments. And remember to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss any energy updates. Until next time, guys, enjoy this full moon and may you be completely blessed. And I do have a bunch of these stickers left. Some of you sent me emails and I have started shipping them out. If you guys want some stickers, I am sending them out for free. I just really love them and want you to have them. Just check the first comment below. I'm gonna tell you how to get in touch with me so that I can send them to you. Anyway, lots of love. I hope you have a magnificent full moon and I will see you guys later.